for 40 years with you, ever since you were born, 1985.
We've known each other for 30 plus years because we first met, I think, in second or third grade at church retreat. And, it's still amazing. And I love how to this day, 30 plus years later, we're still able to be there for each other. And, we're friends, but we're also family.
I first met Minji in 2008 at the Good News Upper West Side small group. She was with Kristen and I came in with Tom. And I remember she was wearing what I'm pretty sure was fake Burberry. And I remember judging her for thinking, wow, what a fake girl. But I'm just so glad to say after 15 years of friendship, she's still fake.
I first met you when it was around 2008 in New York City. And we all went to go out to eat. And I just thought, wow, she's a really sweet girl and a good fit for my brother. I thought you were so smart and talented and working on your PhD. I thought, dang, she is really, really smart.
I first met Minji when we were living in New York, in what feels like a lifetime ago. It was pre-kids, maybe even pre-husbands, but we really got much closer once we started working at the same company. Thank you, by the way, for helping me get the job. As much as I gripe about it, I have to be grateful to Lily for giving us that chance.
Like, I have the 6th birthday card from you, meaning that we knew each other since we were 5 at least. Do you remember those like color bows? Where we used to like split up the colors and like hand it out to each other? Yeah, that was when we were really little. Waiting for Hagwon pickup. I don't even remember which Hagwon it was. I remember losing a couple years, like where we didn't see each other for a year or two. And then you show up and I was like, yo, what's that? And you were like, yo, that's my sister. I was like, oh, that's how I met Minhe.
I first met Minji at JoJo's apartment in New York City. She was hosting a small group. The day was either a Saturday or Sunday, November 29th, 2008. And I remember this because UCLA was playing against USC in football. Moses and I walked into Moses' apartment and we saw new faces. And so we introduced ourselves. Moses said he was an architect. I said I was one as well. And someone's eyes lit up, and it was Minji's because she was actually studying to be an architect. But then I noticed that she was wearing a Burberry headband, and I thought that she was one of those typical Korean brand high maintenance girls. And so I just ignored her and was watching the game. But in reality, I was curious to see how much this Burberry headband cost. And it was in the 3 digits. And so I then paid her no mind after that, even though I thought she was cute. And then the rest was history.
Our favorite picture of us was taken during that trip in Athens. And what I love the most about you is the care, the love, and your amazing personality that brings so much joy and laughter to everyone who's around you. You know how to make people laugh, but at the end of the day, you just give so much love and care to me. And, I'm always so thankful. And I know at the end of the day, you'll always be there cheering for me, looking after me, and, providing me with all the love that I ever needed.
Something I admire about Minji is her loyalty and her compassion for her family, her friends, but just the people that she cares about. I am very grateful for Minji, even though I don't see you as much right now. But we are very excited to see you over Thanksgiving. I admire Minji for just her heart for people, and just when she loves very hard. And especially when my mom was going through cancer, and just learning about Lynch syndrome, Minji was just so, helpful. And I just, that's a time where I really, really, really appreciated just your friendship and just being there for me and for our family. So just wanted to say thank you for that. And just want to say happy birthday, Minji, and we really look forward to celebrating with you. Happy 40th. And we can celebrate our 40th together. So I'll see you soon. And again, happy birthday.
But I've been thinking a lot about what to say, and honestly, it's really hard to sum up everything you mean to me. You've always been there for me, from growing up to college apps to post-college and adult life. You've just always been ready to help in any way you could, and I feel like I've never really had to go through anything alone because you were always one step ahead, guiding me, cheering me on, and just reminding me that it'll all work out. I've always admired and looked up to you, not just because of our age difference, but because in my eyes, you've always seemed to have it together. You're smart, strong, and somehow manage to handle everything with grace.
Something I really admire about Minji is she has a very bubbly, friendly personality, and she is always willing to consider the alternative point of view or the alternative, the other person's point of view. And I think that's been very admirable for me to talk to her and hear her perspective, and always considering that, maybe there's a different perspective.
Some of the things that I love about Minji is that I love her and I married her, and I'm glad that she said yes. And I love that she is always caring and loving and considerate. She always thinks about others and gives up her time and her expertise with her knowledge of oncology, and she works extremely hard. She always reads our two sons' books to bed, and even though she's tired, she's able to work a full-time job, take care of two loving and God-filled boys, even though they're super rambunctious and sometimes they can be very frustrating, but she's able to raise them to be wonderful, loving, and caring sons. And I love how she's able to keep me in check and keep me grounded, and is able to support me through all of my trials and tribulations. And I'm forever grateful to have her as my wife and my best friend.
I am very thankful to have you as a friend and sounding board, whether it's working through some work question or just venting. I know there's a lot of that. Or even just talking and dreaming and mustering up the motivation to keep moving forward. I'm very inspired by your diligence and ambition that continues even to this day. And I hope that stays with you well on through your 40s. Welcome to the 40 Club. And I just want to wish you a very, very happy birthday. We will definitely celebrate when we are in town for the holidays. But
One thing I really, really think is so special about you is that you really make people feel remembered and cared for, and you always remember to ask about the stuff that's going on, and you remember to bring it up again, and you really deep dive into your friends' worlds to just really walk alongside them. So very grateful for such a loyal and faithful sister who's always there and who wants to be there, even if it requires like a 2-hour drive, or even if it means like coming out to dinner and not knowing whether Wayne will ever come out. But you are just an amazing sister and friend. And I still want to encourage you, if you're not doing it already, that you should be a small group leader at a church, because I think you would make an amazing leader to so many sisters. So
one of the first things that I just want to share is, after so many years, you're always the person that I feel like I can share anything with, without judgment. and you're never afraid to share your honest thoughts, to call me out on things. And I'm just so grateful to have a friend and who feels really like a sister, like a second sister to me. And I hope that will never change, and I know it will never change. And I can't wait to make this video again in 20 more years. And I'm so excited to see and experience all of the wonderful fun moments we're gonna have this upcoming year.
I need to reflect on our friendship, and I'm in awe. Like, I don't think there's anyone else that I'm friends with where there's so much consistency and so many different phases of my life, and I'm just so thankful. Like,
what I love most about Minji is that she is just a really good friend. I know you were technically Mo's friend first, but I do really feel like you are also my friend, that I can claim my own. You're just like a really good listener. You know, I don't complain a lot, but when I do, you're a really good listener. And yeah, I'm so glad. I know sometimes you might not, you know, be happy being here on the West Coast, but I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you're 15-20 minutes away. I'm so glad that, you know, Theo and Ari can grow up together, and I cannot wait for Ari to marry one of the bros. All right, bye.
You deserve all the things that, you know, the good things that come your way. And my only thing, if I could ask of you, is if you ever need anything, I would hope that you could ask me without ever feeling bad about asking me, because you are so nice. But you could always ask me, and I would do anything I could if I could.
너 4살 때 처음 미국에 와서 you were always my best friend, and we are so proud of you. And I know your prayer was so powerful all the time. Harvey, because of your prayer, Harvey started to come to church. He got saved, and he stopped smoking, and you got a baby sister. So precious moments we've been together.
Happy birthday, Mom. One of my most favorite moments with you are when we go out places. And the thing I like about you is your care for me, how you keep me safe, and how you treat me. Thank you for taking care of me, Mom. And thank you for playing games with me. And I love you until the pig can fly. And we made you a cake. But we were going to make it, but we had nothing.
Minji is one of the funniest girls that I know. I remember when we were in New York and we were driving on the subway, me and Mo were sitting across from Minji and Kristen, and Kristen was talking, and then Minji all of a sudden looked me up and down and said some snarky comment about my work outfit, and I remember that I always wanted to get her back, but I never could. And I love how she's always sassy, like my sassy girl, and she always is quick-witted and is able to have incredible comebacks, and I'm forever grateful that she is someone that can always be the life of the party and is always able to keep me awake when I'm driving long distances and just talk to me, and I am sort of her yin and yang, where she'll talk and I'll just listen.
A quirky moment with Minji was when we all went to Japan, me, Tom, and Joan, and Minji. And I guess her back got so tired from all the walking that she did this. Ready? Go. And she walked around Japan like that all day because her back hurt so much. Very good. Very good.
And then you were the one that convinced me to apply to Carnegie Mellon. You were like, just apply to Carnegie Mellon. And I was like, what's a Carnegie Mellon? And because of you, I applied, got in, we got in, and then that started a whole nother, era of memories. Like how your side of the room was like Audrey Hepburn and Heath Ledger, and my side of the room was like Harry Potter calendar cutouts. Or our freshman year dorm line voice message, like, hey, you've reached Mincy and Stacky. Or because of you, I will never forget what an artichoke is. There's just so many memories of high school and college, elementary school, and then moving on to just the real ups and downs of adulthood.
Probably the wedding in New Jersey. The humidity, the rain, the wind, the orchestra. But yeah.
If I could describe a few things about you, the first thing that come to mind is kindness. You're probably one of the nicest people that I've met and still have in my circle, surprisingly. That's probably because you're so nice. I also think you're one of the funniest people I know. Super funny. That's the one thing I miss about not being in New York City together. We don't really have a lot of time to meet up or just chat, and I do miss just you being yourself and being like the funniest person I know.
One of my favorite memories of Minji was when I mustered the courage to ask her out on Facebook. And I knew that we wanted to go to an Ethiopian restaurant, and I did some research and figured out that when you're on a date at an Ethiopian restaurant, you're supposed to feed your date the first bite. And so I asked her out. She said yes, but then I thought I was running a little late to the restaurant, whereas I was probably a couple minutes late. But I was actually on time, and I was waiting there for a good 10-15 minutes while I was waiting for her, and I realized it was because Heej had told her that it's best for me to wait than for her to wait, so I did wait. Ultimately, we had our first date, and I tried to feed her the first bite, but she looked at my bite and she said, oh, this looks good, and she fed herself. But hopefully we can go back to the same restaurant and feed each other our meals.
Happy birthday, Minji Imo. A funny memory that I have of you is that when I went to your house one time, we played MASH, and then you figured out about KL. So I hope you have a great birthday.
Happy 40th birthday, Minji Imo. You're a really good cook, because I remember one time we went to your house for dinner and you made us some really good Korean food. I hope you have a good birthday.
So the first time that I met Minji Imo was in New Jersey. So we flew over there to see Uncle Tom, and I didn't know who any of you guys were because I was really young, so I just thought that they were strangers. But while we were at the house, I remember my earliest memory of Minji Imo was when we sat down at that glass table that they still have at the current house right now in New Jersey, and I saw a bunch of cans of soda to the right of the table. It was Coke, Dr. Pepper, and all that stuff, And then I asked my mom, can I have one? And then she said no. So then my mom left, and then I asked this random girl because I just was desperate, and all of a sudden she was like, yeah, sure. And I just remember drinking Coke, and I was like, I don't even know who this is, but this is awesome. So now I remember her as my loving aunt, and yeah.
And I still remember in second grade, I had to write about a family member I looked up to. And of course, I wrote about you. And yeah, I feel like that's something that's never really changed. Even though I feel like we didn't get closer until I became an adult, I'm so grateful for the relationship we have. When I was younger, you definitely felt like a second mom, and I think other people might have thought that too. But now you definitely feel like a sister and a best friend. I feel like we can talk about anything, and you just always know how to make things make sense. I definitely miss having you live close by. Some of my favorite memories are just hanging out in your living room, whether that was in New York, Cliffside Park, or Metuchen, just yapping and eating snacks. And I'll always remember our upstate trip with Amma. I think it might have been the only time the three of us went away together, and it's definitely one of my favorite memories. And yeah, I think that's just a sign that we have to plan a trip soon. But yeah, I'm so proud to be able to say you're my sister, and I'm constantly inspired by the way you live your life with kindness, confidence, and that fun energy that makes everyone around you smile.
One memory that stands out was when you and Tom came to visit California one time. And I can't remember exactly whose house it was at, but you brought your Louis Vuitton like a Speedy, and you set it on the couch. And it was Kenny who came over and sat down. And he sat on the couch without looking and sat right on your bag. And then I asked you, is your bag real? And you said, yes. Like, actually, you had got it from France. It was your first Louis from France. And I thought, oh, dang, Kenny, get off. That's a real bag. That's a real Louis. And he quickly got up, but the bag was kind of like wrinkled, and it didn't even faze you. Like you didn't show that you were upset. And I thought, dang, what a sweet girl. So I just thought that was very humbling, and that I was so moved by you, because if it were me, I would have been really angry and show that I wasn't happy.
I think the most favorite memory of us is when we traveled together to Paris and Athens after we graduated college. And I think we traveled for a week during the summer when it was super hot. And, you know, we saw so many great things. We ate so much great things despite the heat. And I think to this day, you know, we've traveled to many places together, but to this day, I think that trip is the most memorable. And our favorite picture of us was taken during that trip in Athens. And
Hi, Minji! Oh my gosh, I can't believe you are turning 40 years old. That's insane, because you've always been sort of like the maknae of the crowd. But, you know, through the years, I got the pleasure of just, you know, experiencing a lot of good fellowship with you. And of course, our favorite memory is, you know, our prayer times that we had in your apartment with Tej and with Chi, and, you know, those hilarious times of prayer, but honest fellowship that we would have. And
Hi, Minji. Happy birthday. I've always appreciated your attention to detail. For example, when we went to Aruba on our spring break trip, and you individually renamed each photograph to a descriptive file name. I appreciate that level of detail. I hope you have a great 40th.
Probably when we lived together with Tahilia after college. I mean, I have so many memories in college as well, but I don't know, it was just like when we were trying to figure out our lives and figure out who we were, and with Tahilia, the three of us, you know, meeting Tom and Moses and Jacob and all of those people at GNC, that kind of like helped us define our life in our 20s and becoming true adults. So many amazing memories there, just ordering takeout, eating it in our crayon box apartment. And yeah, just watching you, you know, kick butt, getting your PhD, and like talking about all these sciencey things, and me just pretending like I know what you're talking about. Those are just some of my favorite memories, because I don't know, it was just a lot of figuring out together, right? Like we didn't know much, but I felt like it was such a pivotal point in my life, and you were there every step of the way. So I love you, and I'm so proud of you. And I believe there's nothing but amazing, amazing days ahead for you and the whole family. So
I remember the time we went to your house in August. It was really fun. You're a good cook. I love the food that you make. Also, I remember the time that we went to the museum with Theo, Connor, and all our cousins, I think. It was really fun too. And I think we all went in the hurricane simulator. I also love your fashion style. It's cute. I can't believe that you're 40. You only look 10. I remember the time when we spent the time with you at Henry's birthday, and you made me happy. We give this flower to you. We love you. Suspicious.
One of my most favorite memories with Minji, I don't even know if you remember this, is I think we were at your house in the city, and I think Heej and Kristen were there, and somehow we started face swapping Mo's face with like random stuff like Aunt Jemima's face on the maple syrup thing, and like books, like female faces on books. And I just remember I was laughing so hard. Probably one of the moments in my entire life I was laughing so much. And then my other favorite memory is Avi, our epic Korea and Japan trip, Morocco trip, which, you know, was probably like once in a lifetime. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then
A favorite memory with Minji was early on when a lot of us from Good News were partying in the Lower East Side, and it was late, and she had a little bit too much so some of her friends had asked if I could accompany her in an Uber to drop her home at Washington Heights. And I remember her being very unable to walk independently. And so I did what any gentleman would do, and I helped her walk up to her, whatever, 5th floor walk up. And I dropped her off in the door, and I think her roommate might have been home at the time. But she just passed out on the floor, so I got at least half of her body into the front door, and the rest of the half was just dangling out in the hallway. And then I let her roommate take care of the rest.
Share a couple of memories about our time together, our friendship for over a decade, and there's just so many to pick from. I absolutely love meeting you in grad school. Feel so lucky that we had that time together to live together for 3 years. It was such a fun time, honestly. Still the best roommate I've ever had. All our, little funny antics, road raging with you, hilarious, being a part of your wedding, meeting your kids or kid. Hopefully I'll meet the little one at some point soon. Just so many memories of the years. And I know that you're in LA and you've built a life there, and I'm excited to come see what you've created there with Tom. And I just wish you so much love and really the best. You're such a wonderful, thoughtful, amazing person, and I just love you so much, and I truly, truly wish you the best.
Hi, Minji. The favorite memories that I have that I share with you are from our roommate days at Resnick. It's probably all the meals that we had, and the ones that stick out the most are probably the O-rings with gravy that we had while sitting on the floor of our dorm room, or the Taste of India meals that we enjoyed so much that put us in a food coma immediately after. And yeah, I realized that it's all the small memories that stick and that I look back at fondly, and I hope to create more of those moments with you.
And now is the time your 40s more fruitful and relax and enjoy your life with your lovely 2 kids and your husband, Tom.
Hey Minji, just wanted to wish you a happy 40th birthday. We're so glad you're in the South Bay, even though you came with some hesitation. but really glad that we were able to reunite in LA after all our GNC days and all the adventures out there. Yeah, just wanted to wish you the best, and so thankful for your friendship, all your kindness and your humor. Yeah, it's just really nice being able to see you guys at church together, and then just being able to do activities all the time now with our crazy kids. So yeah, looking forward to a lot of adventures together, to scolding and honneing our kids together, and taking them to Yogurtland every other weekend. So just want to wish you the best and hope you have an amazing 40th birthday.
And then becoming working moms. That's crazy. Just looking back on things, it's crazy to think about and see. I think I have, when I'm with you, or, even now when we talk or message each other, see each other, it's just so comforting to know that, yes, life has changed so much. You and I have gone through so much. We have children now, and yet we're still Minji and Stacy. And that brings me a lot of comfort, and it brings me a lot of joy. And I want you to know how I'm not gonna cry. How much I value our friendship, how much you mean to me. And so in this next decade, I pray for immense blessings and just so much joy for you and Tom and Connor and Theo, just your entire family. I'm so thankful for you, and I hope you have an amazing 40th birthday. Tom, I know this is like so over. Please don't hate me, but loves to my Jersey girl.
Happy birthday, Minji. You're 40. I was 40 last year. I guess congratulations. I just wanted to say happy birthday, and I'm sorry I'm not there to help celebrate it with you. But I wanted to say a few things to you that I never would say otherwise, like normally. Thank you for Tom for giving me this opportunity to say so, but I wrote this out, but you can't take a video and read at the same time, so I'm just gonna try to remember. But I just wanted to say you were always the first to reach out to me, even when I was distant. You respected that I needed space for myself and didn't hold it against me.
I hope this next decade brings everything you've ever wanted and more. New adventures, peace, joy, and whatever else your heart wants, because you deserve it all. I love you so much, and happy 40th.
Hey Minji, wanted to wish you a happy, special 40th birthday. It's incredible that I've gotten to know you for more than half my life now. And yeah, every time we meet, it's always been fun, and a little sad that you don't live nearby anymore, but it's always a good time when you're here. So yeah, always looking forward to it, and looking forward to celebrating this special occasion the next time you're around. So again, happy birthday and enjoy it.
Hi Minj, just want to wish you a happy 40th birthday. It's a big milestone. I know a lot of people, kind of get queasy about it, but it's a good thing. That means you've shown a lot. You got this far and with a lot of growth and maturity. So look forward to another 40 years. So anyways, happy birthday.
민지 생일 축하해. 벌써 그냥 40살이 됐네. 좋은 엄마고 아기 잘 키워주고 그 도를 일러라. 너무너무 나는 복 받았어. 생일날 너무너무 축하해. 그리고 사랑해 민지.
But anyways, I hope you have a great birthday, and that I just want to thank you for being such an awesome sister-in-law. You're always staying till the very end of all our parties to help and clean up and do dishes and taking care of Troy. So I just wanted to wish you a happy 40th, and can't wait to celebrate your special day with you. Love you. Bye.
Hi, Minji Mo. Happy 40th birthday. We love you. And yes. Sarah, say happy birthday. Sarah, say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, say it.
Happy birthday, Minji. I don't remember the first time I met Minji, but I think what stood out was that she was from the East Coast, and I thought she was so sophisticated and otherworldly. She took the subway and can call taxis, and I thought she was just so cool, and I still think she's amazing and awesome, and I hope that she has a great year. And yeah, happy birthday, Minji.
Happy birthday.
Happy 40th birthday, Minji.
Happy birthday! We love you. We hope that your 40th year is full of love and travel and relaxation and maybe a moment of peace.
Which I'm sure is hard to come by with two boys. Anyways, we're so glad you guys are down in Southern California so the girls get to spend time with you and the boys. We hope you have an awesome 40th. Like Ali said, full of relaxation, which is hard to come by these days, I'm sure. Anyways, we love you so much.
Bye!
Hi, Minji. Happy birthday. Big 40th. Means that we've probably known each other for over 20 years and aging, but regardless, hope you have a good birthday, week, month. Hope you stay healthy, happy, and hot so that we can do 20 plus more, even with the kids, as you can see with Chase's feet. Hope you have a good one.
Happy birthday, Minji.
We love you. We're so glad that you were able to move from the East Coast to
The best coast, in and out, every day.
And we love our cousin hangout days, and we always look forward to it.
Happy 40th birthday, Minji, from Atlanta. This is one of my favorite spots. It's on the Beltline. It's beautiful, as you can see. I'm in the park, and there's this incredible beauty all around me, and I felt like it was a perfect place to reach out to say happy 40th birthday.
Happy birthday, babe. Thanks for moving to the West Coast, the best coast. And hope we can continue to make our lives here fruitful and full of love and happiness, and that we can retire early and travel the world, i.e. Southeast Asia. Love you.
Happy birthday, Minji, and
Happy 40th birthday, Annie.
Happy 40th birthday, Minji Emo.
Happy 40th birthday, Minj.
Say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Minji Emo.
Happy birthday, Minji.
Hey Minji, happy 40th birthday.
Happy birthday, Minji. I hope it is the best decade of your life yet.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy 40th birthday, Minji.
Happy birthday. We love you.
Blow kiss.
I will have the celebratory donut on your behalf. So cheers to 40 and fabulous.
Love you. Happy birthday.
Happy 40th birthday. We love you, Minji.
Happy birthday, Minji Emo.
Happy birthday, Minj.
Happy 40th birthday, Minji, and I wish you the best.
I just wish you an amazing 40th birthday, and I hope to see you soon so we could celebrate together. I love you so, so much. Happy birthday.
Happy 40th birthday, Minji.
I love you.
We love you so much. You're the best in our life.